Amazon recently announced that sellers from now on will be responsible for return shipping costs from January 2023. In this video, we will get into the details of what this new policy is and when it's going to be implemented. Alright guys, so Amazon shifts the return shipping cost to sellers. That means that if for some reason the return label that you buy from the system as a seller fulfilled order is overcharged because for some reason the dimensions or the way that you put is the wrong one, then what will happen is that Amazon will charge you those charges. So sellers will be responsible for any carrier shipping corrections, charges on customer returns, or seller fulfilled orders due to incorrect label information. According to Amazon, the new policy will take effect on January 14, 2023, and sellers will be charged or credited if the dimensions, weight, or both of your product return are incorrect. This means if the product returned by the customer does not match the one provided in the return label, sellers will be charged or credited for the differences in cost between the label they paid for and the correct label cost. This is really big thing here because sometimes the dimensions that you have are wrong, or sometimes UPS or USPS, depend on what carrier label Amazon sent it to the customer, are using, or if for some reason they just use the bigger box with the huge dimensions, it will fall on you, which is unfair. So I don't know how this new policy will kind of stay or be implemented, because a lot of sellers, and it will create a lot of issues for Amazon. So I don't know how they're going to actually implement and be reliable for that, but it will take away more sellers from the system or from away from Amazon toward the other marketplaces as well. And the return address is invalid or incorrect. If the seller return address is undeliverable, the carrier will charge an $18 fee for each package that could not be returned, which is crazy. Sellers will receive a monthly email notification with a detailed report if any of their ASINs incur a shipping correction charge. So this is a big thing, and I'm going to wait for next month to check those notifications with these reports and update you here, as I always do, on what is going to be, how it looks, and what you should look for to see what kind of charges you're getting. Sellers thought about the new policy, so of course, clearly, sellers were not happy about this new policy, especially since it will be implemented in the middle of the holiday return season. And considering that they have extended the holiday return window from 30 to 45 days, that means that now, with all these returns and all these costs, on top of the inflation and increasing prices of products that we bring to Amazon, this will eat even more our profit margins, and we have the right to be upset about this. But Amazon, I think, shooting themselves in the leg, because they kind of will make sellers go to other marketplaces with less fees, or even their own websites. Sellers are also concerned about return fraud, which is very common in Amazon. They are already suffering financial damage in receiving the wrong items returns. Now we will also be charged if scammers choose to use a bigger box to return their orders. What can sellers do to avoid charges? So as far as Amazon, sellers can avoid these charges by ensuring that your product's weight, dimension, and return address are correctly listed in Seller Central. Make sure that it's the correct one. Even if it's less than what you actually the correct one, and you kind of enjoy those lower tier FBA fees, I don't think that the long run it's worth it. So make sure that the dimensions, the weight, and everything is up to date, and as well as the return address. However, this reminder will only apply when a customer returns an item in the original packaging, which isn't often the case. So a lot of times people using huge boxes for some little items, and we have no control over this process. That's why it's so annoying. And I'm not sure how this will be handled. There is really, I think, need for proof from Amazon when they incur those charges. I, as a seller, would want to get the dimensions that the customer sent, and if they're not matching, come back to Amazon and tell them, look, it's not my fault that the customer actually returned it that way. This is your customer, he bought from you. I'm only the one that supplied the product, right? That's what they always say. that the customer is not our asset. So what, now they're kind of like doing it in their way, when it's nice and okay for them, they do it, but when it's not, it's not, it's not fair, and I think it will collapse, to be honest. And I'm going to fight, like I do fight with other returns. I have a ton of videos about the reimbursements that I'm getting with things that are unfair and not correct that Amazon doing, and how when you use the right language, you can actually get this money back. So I hope that, sharing with you this news, and you kind of, if you didn't know about this news, preparing yourself for this, and also these charges, how to avoid them, these tips will help you. And of course, I'm going to update you January after seeing the reports and getting more data, and make a new video about that. That's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, any video topics that you want me to record videos on, let me know in the comment section. Like this video, support the channel, and join our Facebook group, because we have a really ton of value there, and you can ask me directly questions there. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.